just gonna spit on this one. Yo. Hey. I don't get writer's block, I just write them odd. I'm crisp like a Sprite when it's hot. This and you might just get dropped. Like it or not, I'm a likable guy, I'm psyching them odd. I was fighting in lots while you were just cycling thoughts. You a dyke in the box, so now listen. The way you pitching, you gon' need more than a mound visit. You sound timid and I don't kick it with round midgets. That hound misses, I found this is the way losers acting around misfits. Pound for pound, I'm the listing. You can bounce and get dismissed, clown, get this. Couldn't walk a mile wearing my Fitbit. Competition is non-existent, and you ain't worth the honorable mention. It hurts cause you don't wanna listen. Certainly I'm on a mission. Bone picking lame cats with face tats that I can't tell the difference in. Splitting images, depicting sentiments and lifestyles they never lived within. These cats are children men, depending on ill wills and pills again. Tell me I don't wanna sell, because it's on my own terms. W or L, whether I succeed or fail. No plan to see you in hell. He can tell, stick around or he can bail. It don't matter to me cause I'ma eat as well. You can get yours in, it's important. I'ma get mine, not interdependent, cause wealth is not a fixed pie. Meaning you blaming your lack of success on another while you sit and do nothing is for losers and suckers, my brother. Man, just sitting here thinking, if I could just like rap like that every single track, I thoroughly enjoy rap a lot more than what I do now. It seems like so many cats really have downgraded in terms of rhyme schemes and lyricism, but let's get back into it. I'm more than a rare exception, you can't compare him. I'm fly as Tuskegee Airman. My patience is as thin as her pens. You find a sucker cat that's talking smack and I'll just dare him. Come at me sideways attacking, I'm pushing back your chin. I know you sour, you adhere to fear, and I'm overpowered like Jiren or Beerus. You delirious, seriously you a joke or high off Oxycontin. Better yet, you a moron and knock the Oxycontin, not the likes of mine. I remember sitting back laughing, hoping that I get signed. Now I own my own tracks, riding waves of the hype of mine. Popular and dirt poor broke, that ain't my type of grind. If I got started talent, then why would I wanna ride the pine? Pipe it down, listen closely. I'm on the flow, you in the nosebleeds. That's cause I spent my days with no sleep. You fools know me, and low key, you little bro sheep. A little bo peep, you like a vicious dog with no teeth. And I'm an animal that's off the handle. Standing on the mantle, rap game, John Randall, opposition manhandle. You can't light a dang candle on a sandhill with 20 matches and a handbill. You ain't got nan skill. You see these jokers, yeah, they mediocre. Don't get your hopes up, a contradiction like an old pup. I'm pulling cards like Ilyasova from Deep Plain, Minnesota. Indeed, I'm a Timberwolf, and you just a mini crook. Won't let you off any hook. And plenty rooks thinking that they can get me shook, but on top of the scoring title, I'm locking up like Michael, the Jordan, and beforehand, I had the floor plan and the door hand, so they adore. I can't let it slide. I can't let it slide. Nah. Look.
Hello and welcome to Xcast. I'm your host, The Broke Dream, and with me we have
Nero. I'm still there.
Roberto De Niro.
Yes.
So
I can't read the teleprompter.
I can't read the film.
Oh, fucking shit.
Damn it. So I said that you were streaming After Dark.
Yes.
The Game Award. I could not stream that because I would have, but at the same time I'm like, yeah, I'm safe. I won't do that stuff.
Yeah, it's mostly the sound that's going to get you, not the images. That's why I had the volume a bit lower, especially during this year they had a lot of musical shows. They really had a fuck ton of musical shows, a lot more than usual. I'm not gonna hide it, the Game Awards was even more boring than usual.
More boring than usual?
Yeah, because you know they're still in that mode of we have something great, but we have a lack of confidence in ourselves. We still want to be like movies.
No, it's more like it's one of the criticism that I have on. Damn it, sorry. It's one of the criticism that I have for Skill Up. You know, like when I say that Skill Up is pretty great, but he had to give legitimacy from the mainstream. Like when he does his weekly recap or his review, when he takes the time to show the review of other, instead of showing the review of other YouTubers, he goes finding the review from mainstream media to give them the review, like, oh, this game was pretty good, and the mainstream give it like a 5 out of 10. And I'm like, no, I don't care what the mainstream give it. What's the other YouTuber what's the score that another YouTuber is giving it? If you understand what I mean.
Yeah, no, I get it. It's like, oh, we gotta, like, we don't care about we watch you because we don't care about the mainstream, because their opinions are garbage. Because we know what their phonies. And the Gaming Awards was that, but times 10. It was terrible because they had, like, a couple of, world premiere exclusives. But I think they had the same amount of games being presented, but more music and more artists who have nothing to do with video games. You know, when you invite Keanu Reeves, it's like, okay, he's an actor, but he's in Cyberpunk. It makes sense.
Yeah.
But they invited people like you're not doing anything in games right now.
Yeah.
Like Christopher Judge, okay, you're Kratos, but why is Al Pacino fucking there outside of, man, we need fucking actors?
It's because
even actors, they're like, man, I don't care about video games, I'm just here because my grandkids.
I think it's because of the best way I can explain it is like, you know when sometimes you, not that you watch something, but sometimes you you take the wrong idea from some data. Like last year, it was popular because some game were not last year, like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
It was pretty popular because of Kratos, and one of the moments that they use and that was clipped to make meme is the part with boy in it, like
boy.
But by the way, I don't care. Christopher Judge still better as a Goa'uld than something else. I don't care.
I like him as Kratos, but I don't know what happened with the old voice actor. They just didn't want to hire him back. But I would have liked him to be the same voice actor, because you remember when Kratos would say like things like, "Zeus, you will not live to see the end of this day," and then it's like, boy, calm down.
Yeah.
It'd be fun to hear that man scream horrible things and then just go to, boy, we don't indulge ourselves in violence.
From one to the other.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I guess that was like an artistic choice or something like that. So you're right about that. What would you say are the best stuff of the Game Awards? We both know that it was mostly trash.
Final Fantasy 16 and Yoshi P receiving his award.
It was
Miyazaki.
Yeah, it was priceless. Okay.
Yes.
The other stuff was funny as hell.
Oh, we can't say that word or we're gonna get banned.
Which?
We can say Bill Clinton though.
Yeah, but it was really funny. Like I won't test it, but yeah, it was funny. Like,
but Miyazaki.
But if I heard correctly, Miyazaki did win 2 awards.
Yeah, 2. I think Elden Ring had like best. It was either sound or like art design, something like that.
They would have deserved it, because all I heard is like, what? God of War did win like most of them.
Yeah, God of War, not surprisingly, won a fuck ton of awards.
Yeah.
At least 4 or 5.
Sometimes I'm watching that and I'm like, nah, that. Okay, so this was my.
No, you know what's more insulting?
What? Genshin Impact?
Stray won awards.
Which one?
Oh shit, I don't remember which one, but it was something like best starting indie game, and maybe like
it was a fucking walking simulator. Okay. Best way what's the best way I can say it? Like, I'm not the. I won't say that the game was trash. I would just say it's a walking simulator, so I didn't like it, and I didn't finish the game. I was mostly at the end.
Okay, it won best independent game,
Okay.
best debut indie game,
What? 2 awards?
and that's it.
Damn, that's a lot.
You know, it was for best game direction, best action adventure, best art direction, and it was nominee for game of the year. This shit was. I hate the fact that finally they put indie games in the game awards, and they put like the most basic walking sim shit.
They will always do that.
Oh no, you're not gonna put Mortal Shell. Oh okay. Oh, okay.
They will always do that. It's not like it's not something new. It's just that they kind of.
It's like the Academy Awards when they finally got Korean movies because they finally caught up, understood that people like South Korean movies, and then they only had one movie nominated from South Korea, and it was Parasite because it's the one that everyone was talking about.
That was so basic.
The Parasite was a really good movie, but there's a lot of other.
Do you know why it was nominated? Because Kami Gobbledygook. That's it.
Because what?
Kami Gobbledygook. That's it.
Call me Gobbledygook. Yeah.
That's the only thing. Like, everyone who made a video about it was like, oh, this is talking about the difference between the cast and how it would be better if everyone was sharing the stuff between everyone.
No, it wouldn't be better. They weren't talking about that.
That's the part that I find funny. They hate Kami stuff.
Yeah.
Because they know what it is. They just have to see the border.
Yeah. Like, it wasn't really about communism or even capitalism.
It was more about classism. That's different.
Yeah.
But no, they just want.
And then when they started, enjoying the lifestyle of a higher class, they became assholes too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more about classism. You said, well, classism than anything else. But no, call me gobbledygook.
Yeah. Like, I saw like 3 or 4 videos about like Parasite and how Parasite was promoting Kami bullshit. I'm like, no, that's some bullshit what you're saying. Like, it's not like the problem that Korea has, and I'm talking about South Korea, are different than the problem that we have. Like, the problem is classism. It's not communism. Communism, they can see it from like the border. They don't look. It doesn't look like it. Sorry, it doesn't look like it because like you learn to live with it. But one thing that people forget is that they're always in fear of a war with the North Korean.
Yeah.
And that part, you live with it. But at the same time, you don't want that kind of bullshit in your country.
No, indeed.
Yeah. So, yeah. So, what else? Oh, yeah. So, some good stuff from the Game Award. Hades 2 looks good.
It looks decent, even though they're woke.
Like,
well, woke-ish.
no, you can say woke. They are woke. They are woke. With the stuff, they are fucking woke. But the thing is, like, it's just kind of annoying the fact that, like, the game is good, but the woke side is kind of annoying at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, I would like a game that doesn't make me remember that I'm privileged just because I'm living.
Yeah. Jesus, guys. Final Fantasy 16, I really... that's right, it's exclusive for PlayStation 5 for like... at least a month or 2 or more.
6 months or 9 months?
6 months, something like that. Ugh.
I won't lie. I'm waiting to see. I will buy it on PC, just for one reason, and one reason alone is the fact that Yoshi P was like, no, there's no diversity. It's inspired by, like
European medieval
country.
age.
And I love that some game journal were like offended, but the thing that they forget is that Japan don't give a shit. Like, did you see the imagery that they use?
For what?
one thing that they censor is like for Tokyo Revenger. Oh my god, damn it!
Oh yeah, the Buddhist.
The Buddhist cemetery. Or if they want most of the army movie look like some Hugo Boss shit.
Yeah.
Let's say it this way. Looks like some Hugo Boss shit. And yeah, we have like some stuff like that. More stuff like that, let's say it that way. So yeah, Japan doesn't give a shit about your sensibilities. Not that it's offensive, it's just that they don't care. That's mostly it.
Yeah, just Hugo Boss. It's just Hugo
just
Boss.
Hugo Boss.
Swag.
Yeah. That too. Like I said, Adas. One thing that I find
that's unrelated, but I wanted to buy Resident Evil 8, like the gold edition, but it has fucking the nouveau. They removed it for like the base version of 8, but on Steam it says that they have it now for.
Yeah, they will remove it after.
Ugh.
But don't buy it until they remove it. It's not worth it.
It's not worth it.
It's really not worth it.
I think I'm gonna buy Death Stranding instead. And walk for 40 hours.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah! I forgot!
Yeah.
Death Stranding 2.
I didn't expect the game to have a
Sequel, especially the way it finishes.
Especially the way that it flopped. Like, the cell war, like...
The cells were mid.
Yeah, that's what I'm...
Actually, it's just that even forgetting the cells creatively, I thought he'd go to something else.
Yeah, I was thinking that he will do something else that will resemble Death Stranding, that won't be called Death Stranding.
Although, I'm gonna say this. I kind of missed something because, you know the girl in Death Stranding with the umbrella?
Yeah.
She's normal now.
Okay.
Because she's supposed to be like a grandma underneath.
I really don't know. I didn't play the game.
Oh, never mind.
I didn't even watch the video of the game. The game looks really boring.
I'm probably gonna buy it and bore myself to death.
Ah, you can. Like, one thing that I heard is like people did like the game more than play it.
Because it looks boring, but it's like, man, you made like gameplay out of walking? Like, oh, you're walking, but watch out, don't sprain your fucking ankle.
Yeah, but the thing's like, it's the most complicated walking simulator.
Yeah, but that's what interests me, is that it's a walking sim, but it's a complicated walking sim.
Yeah. And I won't lie, I'm mixed, and that's me because I'm that way. But at the same time, I didn't expect it to work. Not because I didn't want it to work, just because I didn't expect it to work. And at the same time, I'm happy because, like we were saying before the stream start, that the fact that people are like, oh, we want new genre of game, we don't want no more COD, and they start buying a new COD because they're like, okay, why would I try something else in Call of Duty or something? Or they will have like a new game with new gameplay, but they will dump on it because it's not exactly what they wanted.
Yeah.
So yeah, like, I find it okay because, you know, even if I find it as a mid game,
at least but that's what interests me in Death Stranding, is that video games have this problem where fighting and shooting is the easiest way to create gameplay. So yeah. I'm really happy when they make gameplay out of something that isn't necessarily related to combat. Something like, for example, I don't know, like Catherine. What?
Walking.
Yeah, so you took walking, but then you even have like, do not fight other people because it makes the world worse. So it's like, no, you ride on a bike, you ride, you walk, you ride a car. So it's like and if you're walking, well, okay, you're in the water, but like, can you actually make it through the water? Okay, you walk for too long, now your feet hurt. Stuff like that.
Yeah, that part I do find it kind of interesting because
you have to shower, you have to eat, you have to sleep.
Wow.
And when you're walking, you have to make sure you're gripping the terrain correctly, or you fall. Mm-hmm. You have too much cargo, so you're tipping over.
Like, it's more complicated than it looks.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that's kind of great.
That's why I'm kind of intrigued.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's like, okay, so that's a question that I have to ask you because you know more about this than I do.
Yes.
Kojima is kind of Hollywood-ish.
Yes.
And it looks kind of normal that there is a girl in the second game as a main protagonist.
Yeah.
I won't lie, it was kind of mother-ish,
Yeah.
mother-like, the way that she was trying to protect the kid.
Yeah.
And I'm asking myself if it will stay that way or if it will like
Try to be woke.
yeah.
What I noticed with Kojima is that he isn't woke, but when, you know, they did it in the past interviews where they tried to, like, lump his shit with woke shit, but when you look at his game, it's like, that's not what it's saying. It's like with Parasite, it's like, oh, no, it's classism, just shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
They tried to put commie gobbledygook in his mouth. My problem with Kojima is more so, he's not woke, but my god, like, he really wants to hang out with, like, movie stars, and also...
Like Razor Fist.
Yeah.
That's like 10 years since you tried to learn American.
Yeah. And also, his issue is that he really needs someone to go, no, man, that's too much.
Yeah, but...
Death Stranding is him in his purest form. It's like, I have no limiters now. I can do all this stupid shit I want.
He's like, I have no boundaries.
He has no boundaries in that game, so it's just fucking weird.
There's no boundaries to my power.
While I feel like Metal Gear was a lot more focused.
Someone who was tired, like, calm the fuck down.
Yeah, and that gave a more coherent story predicting the future. And despite the fact that he's really preachy, but despite the fact that he was really preachy, and when you think about it, okay, he's not this... What, you know, when he predicts something, it's like you understand now that he sees patterns. It's not special. He's just more than average intelligence.
Yeah.
He's just a normal person.
Or Japanese.
He's just Japanese. Yeah. It's like he's reasonable. He's a reasonable man.
Yeah.
So I felt like Death Stranding was him, but when he's like, from what I've seen, him, but like unbridled. Nothing is holding him back now. My game is about connections, so the company is called Bridges, and the guy is called Sam Bridges. It's like, Jesus, guys, calm the fuck down. That's Japanese as fuck, too.
That's a fucking Japanese.
Japanese.
My company is called Bridges, and he's called Sam Bridges.
Like, goddamn.
And you know, in Japanese, they're not some fucking commie bullshit because the company will be called evil or else.
Yeah. No, it'd be called what do you call that? Imperialistic colonization or something.
Yeah, some dumb shit. What other game looked interesting? Oh yeah, and when something else I was thinking about the Game Award. And that was a big if, and I'm happy that happened. But if what's the name? The Game of the Year would have been God of War, the Game Award would have lost a lot. The rest of the credibility that they had.
Yeah.
Because they did lose a lot of credibility when they put The Last of Us 2 as Game of the Year. And I won't lie, if I knew every company that did vote for The Last of Us Part 2 as Game of the Year, I would have found a way to unsubscribe.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like they went for Elden Ring just because we don't want to lose that last shred of credibility more than anything.
But not only because... Oh, damn it, my English is slipping my head. Like
people are gonna go apeshit if we don't.
Yeah, because things like the game that deserve it, it's Elden Ring. It's something new, something badass.
It's something well done. It has good music, sound design, art style, gameplay. It actually, even people who like don't fucking like open worlds are like, okay, yeah, this is fine.
This is well done. And that's something that I have to give Elden Ring for that. And if they would have given it to a sequel, it would have been kind of special, if you understand what I mean.
Elden Cockring definitely deserves the Game of the Year. And seeing Miyazaki smile, it was kind of wholesome. Like this old Japanese man was like, "Oh yes, I like making games and
That
putting
are
a lot of
difficult.
that are difficult, and I like putting swamps in them." The fact they made an interview was like, "No man, I have to put a swamp." Why a swamp?
And
They're
we-
the worst.
Can we talk about the problem that's about to merge from that?
Yeah.
The fact that every game now to the
Oh
that
God, yes.
2 to 5 years that will come out will be some Elden Ring clone. How do you feel about that?
You know what I hate about trends? I was thinking about that. I was the Hunger Games books are actually really nice. So I had stopped reading at the third book, and I started reading it again. And I remember, I was watching like trailers on YouTube to see what like the scenes looked in the movie, and I was like, oh yeah, that's right. They made Hunger Games like and the final movie was like in 2 parts.
Yeah.
And I remembered when
That was
Harry Potter made that, and everybody started to make like their teenage drama, like dystopian drama about like in making them in 2 parts. Like Harry Potter did that because it was fucking long, and even then, if they had cut the movie down to its essentials, it could have been like a 2.5 hours, 3-hour movie. But like no, and then everyone started doing it. But it's like, yo, you realize it's popular because it's Harry Potter, right? Not just because it's 2 parts. The 2 parts has nothing to do with its success. Actually, people hated that.
They did it to get more money, but the part that they didn't understand is that while doing it brings some extra money, the fact that people had... Oh. Good to know.
It's really the fact that, man, we have to copy everything, even things that like don't make sense. Oh shit, we're going to make our games as like episodic. They made their game episodic because they don't have the money to release it all at once. And like episodic games, at the end, it totals up to $60. So you're not making that much more money. It's dumb. If, for example, I don't know. Okay, Elden Ring has a swamp. Everyone's going to start having like swamp levels because Elden Ring had swamps.
Yeah, that's the dumb way that people think.
That's the problem. Just copy without really understanding what makes what popular. If you're going to go like the skeleton of what really made Death Stranding work, you remove the art style, the art design, all that. It's because it was an open world, but it was an open world where in every direction there was something interesting. It wasn't overflowing with like useless nonsense where it was just padding. Everything felt it was open. You had a lot of freedom. No, Elden Ring.
Yeah.
It was open. You had a lot of freedom, but everything in the game was like worthwhile. And then on top of that, you had really beautiful vistas, good art design, and then you start understanding, oh, okay, it's because it's a well-made game, but everyone's just gonna, okay, we're gonna make an open world, there's gonna be a swamp, okay, but like, is everything worthwhile? No. Is the swamp good? No, and it's 30 FPS. So, like, okay, but you copied everything, but you didn't copy the things that made it good,
Yeah. Yeah, I understand. Like...
You made you have a restaurant, and you have next door you have another restaurant. You have competition. You have a competitor. So you made hamburgers like them, but like your hamburgers are not like meat. The patty is made out of like carrots. It's like, okay, it's a patty in a bun, but it's not the thing that people like.
Yep. No, I understand perfectly.
You fucking idiots. I can't. I can't have, and it's not gonna be 10. There are going to be some stragglers. There's going to be like 12 years of Elden Lights.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be trash.
And like you said, there are going to be people who are going to make Elden Lights, and they're going to be good, but they're going to be at the tail end of the trend. So everyone's gonna be sick of them, and even if they're good, people are not going to play it because they're tired of it.
It's like one thing that I find funny. I don't know if it's funny. It's like but best way to say it. It's like not Kojima. Who's the name of the guy who made Bayonetta?
Hideki Kamiya.
Yeah. So Hideki Kamiya did was saying that there will be a new Bayonetta, but the main character will be Viola, right? And like some critics, because I'm part of those who don't like that idea. I'm sorry if I start a little bit slower. So some critics, except me, because I have other problems, are like, how dare he tell us to not buy it if we don't like it? The reason why he tell you that is so that the people that are in charge of him understand that this was a bad choice.
Yeah.
And the thing's like, they think that it is a Western mentality, like, oh, if you don't like it, don't buy it. Ciao. No, it's more like, this looks like a Western idea. Almost like the fact that she's like a
and in the game, she's like constantly like being ridiculed. So people are like, okay, this probably is a mandate, and they made fun of her throughout the entire game because like the devs didn't like her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It could be because she looked like a discount Nero, and in a game where every girl is sexy,
she's the only one who's
the
like,
odd one out.
Ew.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, makes sense. So
she really feels like she's been designed by a committee, by different people. Like even the guys have consistent designs with the women. Where like, okay, they're from the same art style, but then you look at her and you're like, you look like you're. Viola looks like she just came out of a university class where she was like studying feminism, and then she's going. It's like early in the afternoon. She's going to the Starbucks at the end of the day.
yeah,
She looks like that.
I won't lie, she looks like it. Okay,
She looks legit bad, and I like alternative punk girls, but she looks bad.
I won't lie, we all did until nowadays.
Huh?
Yeah, because the punk girl aesthetic was always cool.
But now I'm like, oh, is she going to be a legit punk girl?
Oh, she's gonna be a woke bullshit trash.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, like, we don't like woke bullshit trash.
I like muscle women, but is she going to be a cool muscle woman?
Oh, will she be an Abby?
Yeah.
That's the best transition that you had. So you wanted to talk about, what's her name? The Last of Us Part 2?
No, you wanted to talk about that.
No, you want like put The Last of Us Part 2 in the title.
No, the TV show.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Oh no, that's fine.
The wrong one. Okay.
Oh man, The Last of Us was present at the Game Awards because there's a PC version.
Okay.
And I'd like to buy it, but I don't want Sony and Naughty Dog to get my money.
Do you have a PS4?
Yeah, I have I got it on the disc.
Okay, just play it.
Yeah, but because PC means mod.
I understand.
But I don't want to give them money.
Yeah, that's why I was like.
Same thing with Uncharted 4. I'd like to play Uncharted 4 like 60 FPS with mods. Maybe remove like the last few chapters where his wife is nagging him.
Oh,
but
you asking for a lot, my guy.
but no, as a mod, like remove.
Yeah, you asking for a lot, my guy.
No. Just do a mod where you just cut cutscenes or we cut dialogue.
Yeah. Okay. I can see that you don't know how mod works.
No. I mean, there's like
understand.
moments where he's just talking about, oh, my wife is so cool. Just remove that line.
I understand.
Yeah, just remove that line.
I hope that someone will create it. So.
No, it's not gonna happen.
No.
Uncharted 4 was the coolest one, but I hate the fact that they went, nah, it's his daughter now.
Yeah, I remember that he had a boy, and then they were like, yeah, but I was about to ask you this. Did you watch the video about Saladino who was talking about 304 Studios?
No.
He was talking about fuck, I'm blocking. Gears of War 3, and he was explaining how the game, since they added some female writers
Oh god.
to have some diversity,
Oh god.
the game was feeling wrong, and he was explaining like, I would say that your way of explaining that the game didn't feel wrong because there were female writers. The game was wrong because they didn't understand male dynamics.
Oh yeah.
Because like one thing that I didn't know is that women don't understand male dynamics. Like we roast each others for fun, and
But because when they roast each other, they don't fight physically. Well, they do fight, but their primary like defense is just words and manipulation. So when they talk shit, they really mean it. So when guys talk shit, they think, "Wow, you must really hate him." No. It's because we don't talk shit. We fight.
Yeah, like and that's something that was funny, and he was explaining how they had to add 2 girls in the team to fuck with the boys, and like girls always do. They made some dick jokes like, I will cut your dick off and stuff like. Okay, that's some girls joke that don't work in a male environment.
Yeah, they just don't understand the male dynamics. But that's the problem. It's you're Superman, you save people, but who saves Superman? The thing is that men throughout society, there's a lot of men who don't understand women because they just, especially because of modernism, they just transplant. They just have the idea that women should have the same, dynamics systems as them, like honor and stuff like that. But generally, as a man, you have to cater to the interests of women. You have to bend down to women and try to understand them. But the reverse doesn't work, where women are biologically not made to care necessarily about you or worry about your problems. You're the one who's supposed to fix her problems.
I will say yes, but no at the same time, because like one thing that I find out is
But I'm saying yes and no at the same time too.
Yeah, but it's just that one comment that I wanted to add is the fact that like women that had a lot of brothers do have a better understanding of that dynamic than women that don't.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's more like the tomboys or the girls that had a lot. They were exposed to male dynamics.
Yeah.
Women who just had a good male just figures in their life, like they were close to their father or had a lot of brothers.
And they do understand better when they have guys and when they have
Yeah, they're more understanding of it. When they see it, they're like, oh, okay, it's a boy thing.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, okay, they're just roasting each other.
Like the best way to see it's like when you have 2 boys and the dad's like, okay, they're fighting. Don't hurt yourself, but do whatever you want.
Yeah.
And then when they're fighting, the mom's like, stop fighting. But it's not really fighting. It's just
Yeah, they were play fighting.
yeah. I know.
Yeah, but that's the problem. I think if we're going back to society, a lot of women now probably raised without fathers, constantly being told that like boys are garbage, and probably have a lot of relationship with guys that were not up to par. They don't really have a good male figure in their life, so now they have to write male dynamics, but from their understanding, all male dynamics are supposed to be toxic. So now you ask them to write about men, and it's like
I won't go that way. I will just say that because things like Gears of War 3 is like what, 10 years old?
Yeah.
So I won't say that I won't go
12?
that far.
Yeah.
I will just say it's women that try to mimic male dynamics.
Yeah, but they still don't understand it.
So that's what I would see it. The rest I don't.
You know what really fucking kills me is how fast they swerved into the woke wall. The fourth game was like about Phoenix's son, and then in between two games, I'm like, no, it has to be about the girl now. And you know what? I wouldn't mind a Gears of War game about a girl, but she's so terrible.
Yep.
She's my grandmother is the mother of like the locust, and I have all this power, and I have all this burden, and I'm perfect, and I always succeed, and like, oh, who gives a fuck?
Yeah. Also, no, I don't have no idea.
That's the thing I learned when I was a kid, like making up stories with my cousin. Is I don't make a story like that's too perfect or a character that's too strong. It's fucking boring. There's no stakes.
It's something that we all did when we were kids.
It's boring.
True.
Because it doesn't happen in real life. And even when it happens in the story and it works, it has to be a joke like One Punch Man.
Yeah.
Look at Dragon Ball, it's fucking boring. Because like, oh yeah, but I can move faster than everyone can see and blow up planets. Who cares? The most entertainment I had with Dragon Ball recently was the movies. Because they actually have struggle in the movies and they have to use techniques and be clever. They have a lot of strength, but they have to, level that strength in a specific way to succeed.
Okay.
You know when, okay, I'm gonna shoot, small blast, but they're faster, and then, okay, Broly is like knocked down, so now I can do like a huge Kamehameha, like, so shit like that.
It was a good movie.
Yeah, it was fun.
I still think that One Piece Red was better.
No, you should compare One Piece Red to Dragon Ball Superhero, because that's the one that the two came out recently.
No, I don't care. One Piece Red, film Red was better. Like there were some like Japanese guy who's like, oh, this thing is too patriarchal for me.
What?
Like there was like a real article that exists. We're supposed to cover it, but we couldn't. So that's the thing. I won't lie. I don't have nothing else to say. I forget what happened at the Game Award.
Not much else. The guy playing the flute really liked his flute.
That's good. Yeah.
Man, it's just that. Let's go back to that moment. It's really the fact that, like, Geoff Keighley was mad at that kid. It's like, yo, Jeff, your shit sucks.
Yeah, but
it's boring. That's why nobody will remember like the Game Awards 2022, but they'll always remember that kid. That kid is going to be a meme for like the next 5 to 10 years.
Yeah.
Nobody cares, Jeff.
The thing is that I understand a little bit his frustration, because as much as we don't care about the Game Award because they're trash,
it's his passion project.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're the real Pope. That you're talking to me about passion, but they like you're a fucking sellout.
I understand, but at the same time, yeah, like you can't be mad at him for liking his project. It's like if I create something and someone just. It's like if I created a website and someone just hacked my fucking website. And be like, fuck your website. You'd be like, okay, I'm always be mad. Even if my website is like...
Yeah, that's fine. But if Jeff had any perspective as a human being, he'd understand why.
Yeah, but... Like, I understand, but at the same time... Like,
I understand why he's mad, but it's like, Jeff, come on.
Yeah. Yeah. Do we have other subject? I don't think so. Yeah. I won't lie, I was ready, but I wasn't.
I'd watch One Piece Red, but do I need to have read everything else to understand it, or is it like a standalone story?
Oh, will they?
Oh yeah, there's probably a Battle Angel 2 movie not in
Nice.
the near future. Do I need
to
read everything else to understand One Piece Red, or?
No, yes, kinda. It's like...
Is Sanji still a simp?
Yes, that will not change. The thing is, like, the best way to see One Piece movies is that they work... The best way to say it is like, it's a fanfic at inside a real story. Does that make sense?
Okay.
It's like the part with the Luffy crew inside is non-canon, but everything that's outside is canon.
Wait, what?
Like every character that exists is canon.
Yeah.
The story that's outside the character is mostly canon,
Yeah.
but the part with Luffy inside is non-canon. That's the best way I can explain it.
That didn't make sense.
Best way I can explain it.
Wait. So, if there's a One Piece movie,
Yep.
what's canon?
The character.
Yeah. So if
All the
I see
character.
all the new characters actually exist, but they never really interacted with Luffy and the gang.
No. The best way I can explain it. Like, you saw the red, so spoiler alert. If you saw the One Piece movie Red,
Yeah.
you saw the character.
Yeah.
You saw Viola. What's the name of
The singer girl?
What?
Yeah, I don't remember.
I don't. She's canon. Her story with Luffy before the movie is canon. Her relationship with Redhead Shanks is canon. The only part that's non-canon or non-defined is the part on the on the
In the actual plot of the movie.
yeah.
So it's like I know you, but if we had this adventure, that's like DLC, it didn't really happen.
Kind of.
Yeah, okay. So it's like it's not canon, but it's not canon.
Yeah. One Piece had the best movie and the worst canonization of the movies. Best way to explain it. Because it's like
It's a bit like Dragon Ball, where like Broly, they introduced Broly into the mainstream, but did those movies actually happen? Don't think too hard about it.
yeah, that's the best way.
They happened in like a floating space where it happened somewhere in between this and this. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's
It happened.
yeah, that's the best way to explain it. These things like we all kind of we all like it, but at the same time, the story and the plot of One Piece is so vast that if you did put that part in the canon, it won't work. Because some plot point make it so that Luffy
Is at a specific place in a specific
and
time.
it doesn't work in the storyline. That's
Okay,
the thing.
it's DLC. It's a
Yeah.
spin-off.
Like the part where one thing that I find funny is that to stay kind of respectful of the canon, Luffy never meet Shanks.
Yeah.
You see, and that's the thing. That's the thing that is in One Piece because the promise that they both have is that if Luffy will only make Shanks when he will become the pirate king,
Okay.
because he need to give him back
The arm.
the hat.
Oh.
What how? The arm is off. It will never come back.
Oh Jesus.
So yeah, so that's part of the story. I don't know if I did explain it the right way, but I tried.
Okay, that's fine. So yeah, The Last of Us. Of course they're like, oh, but you're racist if you don't like this. And
Already?
oh yeah, already. Like,
Yeah.
oh, the right wing
Trolls.
trolls because you don't like Pedro Pascal or some bullshit or whatever. And they had Ellie in the show with Pedro Pascal presenting. It was cringe. They're trying to name the nominee at the same time. It's like, yo, bro, the thing is just in front of you. Just read at the same time. But they couldn't sync up with each other, so they had the game Ellie and Joel try to read the thing with the two of them, and it just didn't work.
Okay.
Just it's fucking awful. Everyone is well casted except Pedro Pascal.
Yeah.
Everybody looks like everybody except Pedro Pascal.
What do you want a white man being the lead in a movie?
Oh my god. Yeah, you got to put like a Trump, orange man bad guy.
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
And what else? Yeah, I saw the trailer. I did have an interest, and if I did have, I would have lost it.
Yeah.
And one thing that I find funny is like when even people that I know are like kind of done with representation and stuff, you know that you fucked up.
Even our normie friends are like, nah, man, I'm done with this shit.
Yeah. Like that's what I find funny. What else? Also, Wednesday is the most watched stuff on Netflix, and I'm like,
it sucks.
I don't care. I just wanted to say that. That's it.
I want to die when I watch that show. Oh my god.
Oh, I believe you.
Oh, it's so terrible. It's so the entire time you're watching this and you have a frown. You're watching it and you just because she's so negative and unhappy for no reason.
What?
You saved me? No. It's clearly that you think that because you saved me, you're going to use the fact that I owe you something as a tool of the patriarchal oppression. Exactly.
Because it's like Wednesday was always let's say negative.
Yes, but now it's politicized. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's
it's political negativity. If she was just like, oh, I don't like the sunshine, yeah, whatever. She's always negative. But now they give it like a angry feminist spin, and it's
don't forget, like I forget in which Adam's Family, Wednesday was saved by an army, and he's like, okay, now I owe you my life. So, what do we go out now or something? And I remember that she killed him because she gave him a heart attack because he was like, I will always be with you. And he's like, for real? Yes, for real. For real, for real? She's like, yes, for real. He's like, yes, for real. Like, and then he just touched the grave and there was like a hand who gripped him. And he was like yelling like a bitch. It was just funny.
But that's the thing. There's a moment where she's negative, but it works. But then they have to make her negative but political at the same time.
Yeah,
and when you hear stuff like the tool of the patriarchal oppression, you're like, I'm out, shut the fuck up.
It's like one thing that I was telling. One thing that I was thinking is how nowadays the movie or the series or some other bullshit, the way that it works is that they get to end with the first season being good.
Yeah, but the first season isn't good.
And the second season is woke.
Yeah. But now they don't even do that. Some start with woke out of the door.
And yeah, that may be, but I understand. I'm like, okay, I'm out. I will not. Like one thing that I heard that what was it? Sorry, thinking about a lot of stuff. Like when we were talking about Inside Job and how it was funny and stuff, and how the season 2 looks glam as hell.
Not even the normies want to watch it.
No, they don't. What else? Oh yeah, did you learn that Hunger Game was the first movie with a female lead?
Angry what?
Hunger Games.
Oh Jesus fucking Christ!
That was so fucking dumb.
And then she tried to backtrack, but no, your words were fucking too specific.
Yep.
Like bitch, oh she's so dumb. She's
Yep.
so dumb. Of all the things, I know you want to be part of your cult, but man, there's better things you can do that are safer. Like, oh yeah, the environment. Like, no, oh, I was the first female. No, you were not. You suck, and that's why you haven't been in a movie for like 5 years now. 10 even.
I don't know. Okay, that's it, I guess.
Yeah.
Next week we're gonna find real article to talk about.
Fuck the Game Awards.
Yeah. They had some specific game that was interesting, so I don't say fuck it.
I can't believe they brought back Ferris.
Ferris?
The guy who made Way Out and It Takes Two, I think.
He's kind of... I was like, his game are kind of good.
Yeah, but it's the fact that every year he says something dumb, but they still bring him back anyways.
Yeah, because he's the funniest to bring back.
Yeah.
He's the best outsider ever.
Yeah.
Okay. So on that note, I hope you like it, and don't forget, stay passionate. See you next week. Friday this time because I won't be an asshole.